Welcome to another tutorial Tuesday. And yeah, we are going to do a WordPress tutorial as usual. We just changed the format a bit. So yeah, um, if you haven't seen our previous two videos where we installed WordPress and then the one before that we did emails. So this is technically the second one in our WordPress series. If you are seeing this before the previous one, it's ideal for you to look at the previous one unless you've already installed WordPress and you know how to go about installing WordPress. Cool. So here we're just gonna type in our login details. So I'm gonna type them in and then yeah, that's the username, and then I'll just do my password. Um, yo, okay, cool. We are in, and essentially, this is what your WordPress is likely to look like. Looking very bare, there's not a lot happening here, and we are going to do two things today. We're going to install the theme to work on how our theme is going to look, or how our website is going to look, and then we're going to do install plugins. So we're going to do those two things, theme and plugins. So theme, you obviously would go to appearance on the left. So you would click on appearance, and then, well, you don't click on it, you hover over appearance and then you go to themes. And then once you've clicked on themes, currently we have these themes, and you can search for other themes on here if you like. There's many themes out there. I just personally use Divi by Elegant Themes, or yeah, it's Elegant Themes, I think. So I'm just gonna click on add new, and these are the various ones. These are the ones that you can install. There's some popular ones. You get Neve, Generate Press. I know that the Astra, they make very good ones. Before I started using Divi, I was actually using Astra. Ocean WP also make great ones, so that might also be a good one to look at. And then Bloxy might also be a good one. It might be using the same platform as us. Elementor is also another good one. Well, this says Royal Elementor Kit, but I have a feeling that it will use Elementor in the background. So Elementor is also a good one. Um, you know, it's very good, but Elementor comes paid. Most of these, I don't know if you have to pay or not. There's a high chance that you might have to pay to unlock advanced features. But OnePress was also a good one. I've used that one before, and yeah, most of these, play around with them, check them out if you're interested. But personally, I am going to install Divi, and the way I'm going to install it is upload the theme. I don't think they have Divi here. Let me just check. I doubt it. Yeah, you see, I doubt it. So I'm just gonna upload it. So I'm gonna click on upload themes and then select my file. So I'm gonna obviously skip ahead to once I've sort of selected my file. So yeah, now we've selected Divi from obviously our desktop. We're gonna now click on install now. Okay, so it's installed it. So we're gonna go to activate. I'm just gonna activate it. It's installed, it's activated, and yeah. So before we go too far in the whole thing, I'm now going to install. Okay, let's see what it looks like before I install the theme. No, yeah, I've installed the theme. Let's see what it looks like on the front. So we're gonna click on customize, just so that you see what it looks like for now on the front. There's really nothing there. Like I said, it really looks bare. It's just white. We're gonna obviously select some templates. I'm gonna use templates for this one. So I'm gonna select some templates to work around it. But this is what it looks like for now, you know. There's really not much we can do from here. I wouldn't mess around with this, you know. I wouldn't really mess around with this because we're gonna actually build a lot of these things on the actual side. You know, we're gonna create our own custom footer, we're gonna create our own custom header, we're gonna create our own buttons, blogs, mobile styles, color schemes, menus. You know, we're gonna create all of that, home pages, and maybe general settings. You know, things like things like site identity. So I need to design a logo, but I think I might have a logo. I need to design a logo and upload it. I will then show you guys how to add the site icon, which appears next to your website when people have a tab open. So I'll show you that. I think that's what I'm going to do in the next one, you know, just start customizing some features. And I'm going to start with the site identity, the footer, as well as the header. So those are the ones that I'm gonna do next time. Well, obviously we first gonna have to come up with our work on our color scheme. Once we figure out our color scheme, yeah, man, we'll see. So now I'm gonna install the plugins, right? Now we're gonna install our plugins. So yeah, let's install our plugins. In order for us to do that, you're gonna go to plugins, and then you're gonna say add new, or let's look at currently what's installed. You know, we've got these ones. Not really a huge fan of. I've deactivated them. You can delete them if you want. Apply action. Actually, no, let me leave them. Well, let me just delete them because they are eating up some of our space. You know, they do tend to make your website run a little bit slower. So then yeah, I'm gonna add a new plugin. The first plugin I'm gonna add obviously is going to be Childify. Reason why, I think I need to start looking at an alternative for Childify. But the reason why I want to install Childify is to create a child theme, so that way when you update your theme, you don't override your website. So you install it, you create a child theme, you're able to update your website without having to worry about a lot of the stuff. So I'm just going to install it for now and show you what I'm talking about. um, I'm not going to activate it. I'm going to go to dashboard, and then I'm going to go to updates. You see Divi needs to be updated. So when I click on update theme, and I haven't actually backed up my website, or I don't have a child theme, everything that I've designed in the background or settings that I've sort of put together, there's a high chance that they will be overridden by this update. So it's better to install the child theme and activate the child theme and create a child theme from using that plugin, so that when you update, your settings don't go to waste. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to update for now because this is a very old package. One more thing, when it's updating, don't touch anything, let it go, because let it do its thing. Because the moment you touch something, it's going to leave it in maintenance mode. And in order for you to go back out of maintenance mode, that's a whole new nightmares. You have to basically deactivate certain plugins. You know, you might break your website. So leave it, let it do its thing, let it update. Once it says to you, once it says disabling child maintenance mode, or it's done updating, that's when you can leave the page. But for now, leave it as it is. It may take some time, but it depends on who's hosting your website. So I just ended up downloading the newer version of this theme. I don't know what happened. I think, like I said, it's an old theme, so um, I don't know. So I just downloaded a new one. You know how technical things happen. That's just how it is. Technical things. Anyway, like I said, now we're gonna go back to our installed plugins. So I'm gonna install the first plugin. Well, I need to activate both of them. Remember, I installed Childify, and then I deactivated Lightspeed because I thought that was affecting the update, but I think it's because the theme was so old. So I'm just gonna activate both of them for now. Cool. So we've activated both of them. Now we're going to go back to customize theme, customize, and then you see where it says child define me. I'm just going to create a child theme. So I'm just going to name it create. And then I'm going to preview and activate. So now, no matter what happens, if I update this website, I do anything to it, this theme should still be intact. It shouldn't have any issues. It should not, your website should not be overridden, nothing. It should be good. It should still be intact. So that's the very first thing. If you want to go back, you obviously click at Gwena Motors and then you click dashboard. But let me go back so that I can show you how to get back from this customized section. So if you're here and you want to go back, you can close it here, the cross, you close it, and then it'll bring you back here. Or sometimes it shows you here, you'll see Gwena Motors and it'll say, rather than it saying visit website, it'll say dashboard. So that's one option of doing it. So yeah, we're gonna install some new plugins. We're gonna add a few more. You know, the ones that I obviously like. None of these recommended or featured are my ideal ones. Let's look at some popular ones. Let's see some recommended. Let's look at some recommended. The recommended are actually the features. Wow. Okay. Let's look at popular. Maybe that might see. Like I said, Elementor. If you want to use Elementor, that's cool. You can use it. Here are just some. Here's a theme. It's a plugin, but it's a theme at the same time. We're gonna install Contact Form 7. Contact form is when we're doing a contact form on the website. So things like filling in your details for your customer so that they can sort of fill in details and then send them through to you if they're making an appointment, or if they want to get more details regarding something, they can do it on here. So yeah, let's say you want them to make an appointment, you can use Contact Form 7. It's one of the most popular one. It's an old plug-in. It's been around for years. It's got 2,000 installation, or 2,000 people have reviewed it, and it's got over 5 million installations. So I'm gonna install it. I use it on a couple of websites. I use it, so I'm gonna install it. It's installed. I'm not gonna activate yet. Yoast SEO. You can use Yoast SEO, but we're not gonna deal with that for now. And then WooCommerce, that's if you're selling a product on your website. So let's say, because I don't want to say, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you're a law firm or an accounting practice and you're selling, let's say, certain packages. For example, if you're a law firm and you're selling maybe legislation updates subscription, you can use WooCommerce to do that. You can actually have a subscription on there for you. You can, depending on what your field does or want, you can even go as far as having monthly subscriptions through WordPress. So I mean WooCommerce, your, what do they call it, your retainers. Let's actually install it for now. Let's install it. I'm not going to activate it. I'm going to install it. Later on, we're gonna actually work on this. I've got an idea of how I'm gonna go about using this. So it's installed, simple SSL. We've got an SSL certificate up there, so I guess it's not really necessary. Light speed, we've got. I'm not really a huge fan of this, but well, I actually would love to do this. Let me install it for now. We will come back to it. Sidekick by Google Analytics. We'll come back to it. There's one that I want. GDPR. It's not here. It's not here. GDPR. Okay, it's not here. GDPR. Let's see if it's the one. Cookie yes. I think cookie yes is the one that I normally use. Okay. Yeah, let's just go with this one, the cookie yes one. It's got over 1 million active subscribers or active installations. There's also this one, but I know this one. I've used this one, but this one I've also seen it recently somewhere. Cookie notice and compliance for GDPR and CCPA. Interesting. Which one do I want to go to? This one was recently updated. I've used this one though. I've used it, and this one looks nice and minimalistic. So we'll go with this minimalistic one. This one I've used it, but we'll have to learn this one, so it's fine. The reason why I'm installing this, right? I think recently, amongst even with Poppy, those who are legal practitioners, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but recently they're pushing this whole thing of cookie notice. You have to notify people on the website that you are tracking cookies. It's just one of those things that you have to have on your website to notify that you will be, you allow them to, accept you tracking their cookies on your website. It's just one of those things that recently across the board that everybody has had to start implementing. So install it, activate it, and leave it. Just one of those things. It's a nightmare. Legislations are always changing. So you've installed it, you haven't activated any of the stuff. We have not activated any of those plugins. So now we are going to go to installed plugins. So it's plugins, installed plugins, and we are going to look at the ones we have not activated. So we're just going to click on the tick mark and then tick it, and then tick that one, and then you see where it says bulk action. You're going to click activate and then apply. So that's how you can activate them in bulk. But if you just want to activate one or deactivate one, you can just click on it itself. You see, like right here. But I want to do bulk, so I'll just click all, apply, and voila, it's installed. Sidekick, it's always going to give you this until we set up our Google Sidekick, but I'm going to leave that for last for now. Cookie notice and compliance for GDPR. Let's see. But you see what I was telling you in terms of cookie notices and tracking people, etc., etc. But anyway, cookie notice and compliance for GDPR. I don't know it yet. I'm gonna check it, and then we'll see how it works. We'll see how far we go with it. I don't know it like that, so I'm gonna be learning it with you, or I might learn it and then come back and tell you guys how it is. So yeah, man, that's how we go about installing plugins and themes. I know that the theme took a little bit of a left turn, but yeah, we've installed 6 plugins, and we actually installed 5. The sixth one was there. We installed 5 plugins and a theme, and yeah, next week we're gonna design the header and the footer, and from there we will also maybe look at picking out a theme. I think we'll pick out not a theme. We already have a theme. We'll pick out a template, and then once we have picked out a template that we like, we can then build our header and footer around it. I think that's the next step. I don't know if you guys would like me to do anything else, but if you would, just drop me a comment and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, man, I'll check you next week.